weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 26. It's a gain of 34.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to...
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found.
He's tight in there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now they'll run it on the toss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So this offense trying to spread the field a little bit. And you have the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards there for number 15.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Wilson's throw taken in by London. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds Bolden. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's got his big tight end here.
2nd and 4.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They'll look to throw again.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. It makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Here they'll give him and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Wilson.
Got his man. It's London.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
15 yards there for number 15.
Gardner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints weren't able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will make this a 9-point lead. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up in the Twin Cities. Minnesota hosting Detroit in the NFC North. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. The Lions trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Miles. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He juked him. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. On
got a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
On the ground with a tight end. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. 2nd and 6. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Holding offense.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Sly able to put this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
That's good.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Wilson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Wilson's pass complete to number 4. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson got a man and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Wilson's pass.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
That's good.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, Wilson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Drake London. Incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Memphis first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.
It's week 3 of the NFL, and the focus is on the Bulldogs' leader at quarterback. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Bulldogs and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. Into the air right away is Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Now a throw, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
And he goes out right around the 39. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here's Allen. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. Over
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 on 3rd and 4.
I know I'm an old defender, but yeah, give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll run. This is Allen. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And caught left side, Olsen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Shifts by him. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds his man. Complete. That's back. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
To the air, Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Allen to throw once more. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds his man. Complete. It's back.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
And the Buccaneers 1st down.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach.
He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Allen's got it complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They run the draw play. Allen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Allen going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And it's touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone.
It on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Snyder. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll look to throw here. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Olsen. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive. time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away from the 6.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. The Browns trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for our home team, they too did throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second and 9 now. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bulldogs have got it back to within a score.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on third. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now Allen. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. They'll run with Allen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Allen now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So after the INT, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen. And he comes back with one complete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And Olsen over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Norris. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Touchdown! A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bulldogs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 1. 2:11 to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Allen.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week of practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Londoners, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the NFC West. It's the Diablos and the Caps, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Throwing to start the drive. Huff. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Huff. Throw left side, complete to Scott.
He's got room at the 30.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around. And they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield. But this time, they send him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Huff. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
He does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Diablos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Diablos march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Columbus with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. Huff. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. To throw on 3rd down. Huff. And that is incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And we'll see what he can do on the now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. To throw on 2nd down. Huff. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. He takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. McIntyre, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Come on, you serious, dog.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Huff. And his pass incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 2nd down now, McIntyre. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. On the give, this is their fullback. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing for his running back. And he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
That's good for a couple of first down. First and 10.
They'll try the left side. Overton. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve. And he loses the football a second time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
Following the fumble recovery. Huff over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Huff. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. They'll run on first down. McIntyre. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Jeffries. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Diablos take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Victory for our visitors, and we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.